Alright guys, so what I did is I went back to the inn and I went to the desert and I slept only until nighttime. So now it's nighttime and I waited until I encountered a ghoul. So here is a ghoul, guys. And I'm making quick work of him. So obviously my Saurus ran away, but the difference with a ghoul is they don't actually take hit points away from you when you get hit by them. They take away stamina, which is an interesting mechanic. And if you search their body, they're never going to have anything of value. However, I got some points for killing it, and what I can do is I can take his claws. I got the ghoul's claws. Oh, there we go. And here's some jackalmen. Luckily, these guys are easy to kill, because I encountered like 5 of them. These are the jackalmen. The more of them that are on the screen, you can encounter 1 to 6 of them. The slower things are, because the frame rate gets more and more jittery, because the graphics card obviously can't handle it. Even though it's 2018, it's just something that happens. But I'm not worried about it because they don't really pose much of a risk. So I'm taking them out one by one. I should have no problem killing them. And, yep. Here we go. Things have sped up now. I'm down to my last jackalman. And there we nope. There we go. You have bested the jackalman. Funnily enough, even when you fight one jackalman, it will still say the plural of jackalmen. So there you go. And if you notice, I got points for that too. And now I will search their corpses. And I search the carnage and find 20 dinars and 40 centimes. I'm getting very close now to the maximum amount of weight that I can carry. So, gotta be careful now that I don't get weighed down. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but there is a very high-pitched squeal that kind of is annoying. Oh, there's my Saurus. Alright, so I'm going to get on my Saurus now. And you've seen all the creatures. So, there's another ghoul. Yep, but you've seen all of the creatures. You've seen Brigand, Pterosaurus, Scorpion, the Jackalman, and the Ghoul. I don't know why I searched it. I know he doesn't have anything. But I will take his claws. And I have to remind myself to bargain for them when I sell them. Wow, a lot of ghouls. As you can see, the encounters become much more frequent at night. And my stamina is getting very low because these ghouls are sucking my stamina dry. We'll take his claws again. I'm getting a little disoriented. Oh, there's my Saurus. Okay, so now I'm just going to type go home. His homing instinct kicks in and brings me there. Oh, the one thing I was going to point out, though, is the interesting constellations. There appears to be one that's almost in the shape of like a hand, and there's one in the shape of a Saurus. And once you cross like the halfway point, I think it is, where the perspective changes, you see one that looks like a phoenix. May thee be granted a happy evening, Effendi. So I always thought that was interesting. So I'm going to dismount. And he's always honored to watch my Saurus, but never wants to bother to get him for me. So I'm going to go to the Caddistail Inn, and we're approaching what is day 5 now. So let's eat some food. Shamin bows at us. We're going to sit. Lamb falafels and sour cream, along with a rabbit curry, are part of the meal for tonight. May it do you good. Thanks. You are, of course, most welcome, my hero. Yeah. So I'm going to eat. You have a wonderful meal. There are numerous salads, blah, blah, blah. Fortunately, your strenuous regimen as a hero prevents you from looking around. Then I'll drink. And then I'm going to stand and go to bed. Now, just a little, oh. You know what? Something just occurred to me. There is one thing that we didn't do. And I realized that we should do it before we face the elemental. And that is talk to Aziza. Wouldn't want to miss that. Because Aziza is very knowledgeable when it comes to the elementals. And actually, we might have to face this elemental sooner than thought, because I think it shows up after midnight. Welcome matches. But that's okay. Either way, I'm going to do it in the next video. Come in, sit down, and be welcome. Yes, come sit by my table. So, sit. And, I'm gonna... Shall we share tea? Say yes. Always say yes. The tea is cool and refreshing. You find yourself relaxing as you drink and listen to the sound of flowing water. Now that we have shared tea, what is it for which you have come? I'm going to ask about fire. If you please, I would rather talk of something else. That's weird. How about fire elemental? Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as to tell you about such things. She has very good visual aids. The essence of fire is hunger. As long as there is something nearby to burn, it will be able to move freely. It can consume the very bricks which make up the floor of the plaza. Until it is contained, it cannot be controlled. The weakness of fire is water, but the elemental of fire will avoid water by moving away from its source. Unless you find some way to drive or lure the elemental away from the open plazas where there is much it can burn to a more confined area, you will not be able to use water against it or capture it. Once it is captured and contained, it behaves as a magical flame. Oh, okay. So we got a lamp. Let's ask about our lamp. If you please, I would rather talk of something else. How about incense? Because we got that too. Alright, so, I'm just gonna thank her and say farewell. It has been a pleasure conversing with you. Perhaps we shall share tea again sometime. Alright, so I'm gonna use my map and go back to the inn, and, not that I don't want to fight the flame right now, but, and you know what? I'm just going to go straight to the inn. I'm not going to go to the courtyard outside. Because, oh, darn. Okay. So, as you can see, guys, the fire elemental is already here. So, I'm just going to pause the game here. And we'll deal with this fire next time. Alright? Thanks for watching. See you next time.